I'm going to be making popcorn for this one. The idea of postponing climate action and then allowing the hope and hunger to disappear, which existed in the 80s, so that you can justify through some sort of performance statement. The AIDS attack is what they considered a necessary depopulation measure. Has about it a macabre kind of logic. The political system that is at work. I was at the Fogg Medical Library when I was contacted by Amanda Harcourt, an attorney for Yoko Ono, who, while I was frightened and concerned by the early pre medicine atlases of the victims who died and the terrible sounds about them the crocodiles in Washington were emitting, this hardcore person says the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And that proceeds to justify Will Zell. I was stationed because of the Federal Emergency Management Agency crowd around Reagan at Pitt. And they set up an entrapment game. And they leached a neuroplasm that they had impacted with the name Burston, which comes from The Exorcist, the enemy within game, and said virginity proves rape. I mean, it's that's the jokes on you punchline of the genocidal spree. And the attorneys for the Federal Emergency Management Agency of Pitt were working with Reagan on this project on Mount Desert Island. And they had me invited to D.C., and he comes out and waves to me. The night before he pulls his Hollywood stunt, which they say implicates me in spreading rumors. Their brochure read, "There's no such thing as objective reality, only what the jury believes." Well, I'm not on a jury. I'm just expressing what happened. If anything, I'm a witness. And witnesses aren't entitled to dogmatize. It's not my place to say Reagan didn't know. It looks. Now, Bill Clinton was a pimp for the Jeffin machine that produced Obama from their rabbit trick hat. And he was an enforcer. He was a Southern Baptist queer warden who sold the Midori should get revenge for Lenin story that has us at the brink of a nuclear revenge attack on the country that he presumably presided over. They want me to be on Golgotha for Gwiener. I mean, Yoko Ono, as apology to this madman system. He had orange hair, which is tang. They use tang a lot because NASA is intrigued by this punchline. Obama put a picture of him with a weasel face outside the library where they pulled a fast one on me to corkscrew me into two virgins' sacrificial moral ball. It was the joke's on you, is what the sticker said. So I stopped falling for the I love you stuff when I ran out of sex. And the joke's on me. Is self deception really that funny? Is believing the forked tongues of people from the Jeffin Corporation really that funny? Because that's what it was. The whole time they were setting me up for this fatal backstab, this horrible, horrible abuse and slavery that they have subjected me to over and over again, with Roger Waters running hits on people in the public domain and in bystanders, so that he can make people go, We're at crosshairs with Queer Ball. We want him to sing our songs. Came in the words of, I love you, man. Is it really that funny to believe in somebody and find out they're a Ripper Hatter? Well, that's what they call, I still believe in a place called hope. What he means is he's laughing all the way to the Jeff and Corporation bank account offshore with Fauci because Will Zell spoke as reported. And even if the VA and the Green Party and the black folks say he had cause, he was promoting Goebbels. And I mean, it's the weirdest trickery in the world. They played the same hoot about Zelensky that they did about Zell. How can he be a Nazi if he's Jewish? I don't know or think that he's a Nazi. I don't have any idea. He was supposedly a comedian who ran for on peace. Well, Zell was called defending the safety of good Jewish girls. Good Jewish girls. Don't you know what she was doing? There's an element of slut shaming even in repeating it. That's why I'm so careful to be as careful and gesture and chivalrous in the way that I recount the situation, the position she put me in. And they said Virginia proves right because they were tampering with the enemy within neuroplasm that was put in there by an Attica State prison warden on behalf of an English super rich attorney named Harcourt. Ha ha ha. Laugh at you, jokes on you, Harcourt, who said this whole is greater than the sum of its parts, right smack in the middle of evil hours to somebody who was in shock at the medical library of the Federal Emergency Management Agency team. And that's Bill Clinton's idea of hope. We'll postpone climax until we make a joke of Von Queerball, the virgin hunting vampire. The man is sick in the head. He's a Southern Baptist queer warden. And he goes around poisoning me in the mouth as some sort of religious cleanse for the madmen of the African Studies Department of Pitt who think that swastikas are sacred, the honorary, the elder systems. It's so ridiculous that it's parched. Bill Clinton is no honorary the African warrior. He's just the first president who went to Africa. I found in the cement in Seattle's Central District, Noah and free Nelson Mandela, which means before Nelson Mandela was free, they already saw this Noah jazz. Iran's Delphin Corporation ARC. What they were doing was wasting 50 years to promote the Flame Over Africa gang who tortured me, who I was investigating. You wonder what happened? They waited 50 years to promote the Flame Over Africa oil carbon hell crowd of the Neva Corporation doing covers for ONO to justify kidnapping and torturing me in grade school. He's some sort of weird pervert. He's a Southern Baptist queer warden. That's all he is. Hometown if you want to, I don't care. He's Bill Clinton, sacred the honorary of the African warrior, warrior.